Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make this sewing machine cover. It's a really easy project, so don't be intimidated by it. It has ribbon ties on the side to hold it together, and then you have an option of putting trim along the front. Okay, let's get started. All of the supplies you will need are listed below your YouTube screen in the description section. So scroll down till you see the word more. Click on that word and it will expand open and you will see the supplies. Here are some suggested trim ideas. This is some little lace trim. I bought mine at Walmart, but not all Walmarts have sewing and machine craft supplies. You can use wide ribbon. This is extra wide. Rickrack, you can also use the 1/2 inch wide. You can get this on Amazon, Etsy.com. I used this little pink ribbon for my ribbon ties, and then also here's another color of ribbon to use as your trim. To measure your machine so that you know what size to cut your fabric, place a tape measure down on the very bottom edge or where it touches the table. Bring it up over the top to the highest point on there. It could be a thread spool holder or anything else that's up there. And then bring it down to the back bottom and bring the tape all the way down to the table. And that's the length of your cover. You need to add 1 inch to that for seam allowance. To figure out the width to cut your fabric, place your tape measure on the very center on the side and then go all the way over to the center of the other side. Then add 1 inch, and that's the width of your fabric. So cut your fabric the length and width of your machine and make sure you add that 1 inch for seam allowance. Besides the fabric you need for the outside and the underside of your cover, you will need to use one of these 3 items. Fusible interfacing, about a medium weight or any that you have, fusible fleece, or cotton batting. If you're going to use cotton batting, then layer your fabric that's for the outside on top of your cotton batting, and then do quilting stitches to hold it all together. So here's a sample of straight stitching, or you can use the curvy stitch called a serpentine stitch. Most of your sewing machines have it. If you're going to do quilting stitches, make sure you use a walking presser foot. If you don't use this presser foot, I guarantee you your stitches will not turn out very nice. If you've never done quilting stitches before and you would like a demonstration of it, there will be a link below your YouTube screen in the description section, and I will give you a step-by-step demonstration of every little step. Now go ahead and cut all of your fabrics the same size. If you're using fusible interfacing or fusible fleece, take your fabric for the outside and place it pretty side down. You're now looking at the back side of the fabric. Then take your fusible interfacing or fusible fleece, place it on the back side. Sometimes I cut my interfacing and fleece a little bit shorter than the rest of my fabric for the outside so that the seams don't get too bulky, but that's just a choice on your part. Then follow packet's instructions for fusing it on. You'll need a hot iron with steam. Now place your cover over the machine and determine where you would like to place your trim. I tried to place mine somewhat center front or just a little bit below center. Then go ahead and pin it on. After pinning it down, then you're going to stitch real close to the edge of the ribbon, all along from one end to the other, and then go to the opposite side and repeat the same thing. Stitch real close to the edge. For this cover, I'm using about 3/8 inch wide ribbon. You can use any size ribbon you like. You can cut them 18 to 20 inches long, depending on how wide your machine is. cut 4 pieces and put one on each side of the trim here, especially if it's close to the middle. Then go to the other end and place it roughly in the same area. I did a couple of little stitches just to tack them down and hold them in place. This is my fabric for the underside. I'm going to put the pretty side down against the table, and I'm now looking at the back side. The back side is usually more dull, so that's how you can tell. Take something round, a lid from a jar, and in all 4 corners you're going to draw a line. So as soon as my template here hits the sides of my fabric, I'm going to just draw around that. And again, do that in all 4 corners. Move your ribbon ties into the center so that they stay out of the way of the next step. Take your lining fabric and place it over the pretty side of the fabric for the outside. Place it down. You're looking at the back side of this fabric. Go ahead and place pins around all of the edges, all the way around all 4 edges. What I like to do is use pins to indicate where I'm going to start and stop stitching. So I need to leave an opening here, and I recommend you leave the opening on the back side at the other end of this so that it doesn't show. So you're going to do it on the back side along the bottom edge. So where I want to start stitching is here, but I want to stop stitching here. So I will put 2 pins on each side of the opening. You will do a back stitch. So stitch around all 4 sides. You can use anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch wide seam. After you've done doing your stitching, you want to go ahead and trim these corners off right along here like this. So trim all 4 corners off. Now at your curved edges right here on each corner, you want to go in and do just little tiny slits. So you want to go up to the stitch line, but not through the stitch line. So you do this on all 4 corners. And we do this so that when we turn it front side out, the edges won't curl up. Now reach inside your opening and begin to turn it front side out. Now reach inside your opening and begin pushing against all of your corners and edges, pushing everything out. Then you want to go and press the entire cover flat. At your opening, turn your edges inside to make it even where it's, when you fold it in, it's straight across here. And then put pins to hold it down. So after you've pinned your opening closed and you've pressed all of your edges flat, then go back to your sewing machine and you're going to stitch around all 4 edges about 1/8 of an inch from the edge all the way around. Now here's the finished cover, and I wanted you to see those stitches. So that's about how far away you are from the edge. And again, you do it all the way around. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now I have other sewing machine covers that have some more steps to it. I have several that have pockets on it, one with pockets on the front, another one with pockets on the sides. Those tutorials, I should say, are listed below your YouTube screen in the description section. I will also have a sewing machine organizer mat that you can put under your machine with even more pockets. So if you have a small space, you don't have a lot of storage, it's a great idea to add those accessories to your little sewing center. I'll also have other storage ideas that you can use to brighten up and help organize your sewing space. Now be sure you follow me on Instagram and make sure you go and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.